Man 2006 here. Today, we're gonna make some cookies. I figured we should try something different on the channel today. So, we're in my kitchen right now, if you didn't know. And I got some cookie mix here. This is from Betty Crocker. This is from Walmart, if you are wondering. This is from Walmart. So we're gonna make a few bags today. I'm probably just gonna show you like one bag, how I do it here. You'll need some butter, need some eggs. That's pretty much it. So let's let's roll the videos, right? So, this is oatmeal chocolate chip. Oatmeal chocolate chip is really good. All you need is one butter, one egg, a mixing bowl, like right here. We got a mixing bowl. Well, it's a bowl, but, you know, it's not mixing. A real mixing bowl, but it's a bowl. Yeah, this egg, butter, and the mix, that's all you need. This will be a pretty long video, though, I think. I have a feeling it's going to be a long one, because I'm going to show you the whole process of what I do when I make cookies. So, first process is, I'm going to bring this tripod over a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so what I'm going to first do here is I'm going to open the bag of mix and just going to pour it in right into the bowl that you're using to mix it together. That's the first step, okay? Next step is the butter, okay? So the butter, what you're going to do with the butter is you're going to peel it off the wrapper, obviously, first. So you're going to do that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the microwave, put this in for about 10 to 30 seconds to just melt it just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go do that. I'm not going to show that on video, but just put it in your mic for 30 seconds. And then you'll be good with that step. As you're miking that, you can actually put in the egg. And then I'm going to just throw this out. Just wash my hands a little quick second here. Oh, I guess 30 seconds was a little too long. With the butter, you want it to be melted, but not melted all the way. So like this is totally melted, so probably 20 seconds in the mic would be good. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna just, oh, I should have done something else first. You need to preheat the oven to, so over here you're gonna go over to the oven. You're gonna preheat the oven to 375. So you're gonna hit, depending on your stove, you're gonna hit bake, or it might be another button on your stove, and then you're gonna take the temperature up to the 375 or 350. We'll try 350 for the first bunch. Preheat 375. Okay, we'll go to 375. So 375, it's at now. So we're gonna come back over here now. Trying to get the angle right here. Looking at the camera. So that's the first step. And this our oven here actually beeps when it gets to the right temperature. So you'll hear a beep later on down the road. The next step is I have to go to the dishwasher. I don't have any. So you're gonna grab a few spoons, or you could do this with your hands, but what I like to do is use a spoon. That way then you know, it's easier to mix this stuff. So now you're gonna mix in the egg, the butter, and the mixture that you bought. Now you can buy this anywhere, you don't have to buy it from Walmart. I just tend to go there a lot. So you want to mix this in very well. Some of the mixes they have there are also from Betty Crocker. You can get like walnuts in them, you can plain chocolate chip, they have the oatmeal chocolate chip. They have a whole bunch of bags that you just have to add either water, egg, butter, and other materials like maybe oil. Each mix is different, so you just need to look at what the recipe says on the back of the box. So we're gonna make, like I said, 5 bags today. I don't know if I'll video the whole process of all 5 bags, because pretty much once you do 1 bag, it's similar to the other bags. But then I will also get a screenshot of after, what it looks like afterwards. Because, some people are wondering, well, you made the cookies, what do they look like after? So what you're gonna do is just gonna mix this batter together, just like so here. And once you mix it, then the oven should be done with the preheating process. Be careful with the oven as well. It is an oven. It is heating up to a temperature. You also, if you have a cookie sheet, you might want to take it out of the oven. I knew my cookie sheet wasn't in there, but you just want to double check, make sure nothing is in the oven before you really start with the process of that. So yeah, right now I'm just going to mix this in. And it's almost done all mixing in. I mean, you can use your hands at this point, I think, because a lot of the egg and butter and the mixer is all mixed in. If you want it, like, in the next batch that I'll make, I'll probably put 2 mixes in here and 2 butters, just to get it all mixed in and make a whole bunch more. Because, like I said, I'm making a whole bunch of cookies today, for something. So yeah, what you're going to do is just mix this up, make sure it's all mixed up. And there's several ways of making, cookies. You can make them from scratch. You just gotta buy the materials to do that. So at this point, it's pretty all mixed in. And on the back of the package, it does say how long to bake it for. Depends on the size of cookie you're making. So I usually make, depends. It depends on how big you make the cookie. Large cookies take 11 to 13 minutes. Regular ones, which are just regular cookies, take about 10 to 13, 10 to 12 minutes. So it depends on how big you make the cookies. Alright, I think that's all mixed in. So, I like to do, after I have all that done, I'm going to set this down. Move this camera back just a little bit here. Okay, so since we got the mix all done at this point now, so we're going to bring it over to our cookie sheet. Okay, we're next to the stove, so what I like to do is I take the cookies, okay? You can use your hands at this point, or you can, use 2 spoons, but what you want to do is you want to put them on the cookie sheet. Now, this particular cookie sheet will do about 9 cookies on a sheet, so what you're going to do is you're going to go in there, and what I like to do is I like to roll them up, just roll them, and then I separate them, by a little bit each one. So at this point, you're going to get a little hands dirty, and, yeah, just space them out enough to, they can, cook, because they will have to cook. So like I said, you can do about, I think on this sheet, you can do about, 9 on the sheet. And it might stick to your hands, just be aware. And like I said, the oven is almost at the temperature, so we're just about ready to do that. And again, it depends on how big you make the cookies too, how long they will take to cook. On average, if you make them, good size, but not too small, because obviously too small cookies, people won't want to eat them, right? So if you make them mid-range, which is just like, if you take a scoop, like, that's a pretty small one, so you just add a little bit more, makes it a little bit bigger. And then you just pop it on the tray, like so. Now these are pretty big ones. I like to make big ones and small ones, because that way people that do like the cookies can have them. So I'm going to make 2 more for this sheet here. And now the dough is not really, it's clicking into my hand a little bit more than I wish it would. It might be that it's oatmeal, and yeah, I don't know. Alright, so that's done there. Alright, what I like to do now is I actually have a plate right here. So what I also like to do is if I'm making a lot of cookies like I am today, what I'll do is I will make the rest and pop it on that plate. That way, depending on how big they are, again, it's clunking in my hands a little bit more than I like. It might have been that I didn't mix it in good enough. Because, you know, the first ones actually went fine. Now these are just clinking to my hands, but whatever. And there's extra butter here, so let's see if I can get that butter out of there and get another thing here. Okay, and then I'll just make 1 more with this bunch here. So this is now emptied out pretty much. I'm going to go quickly wash my hands over here at the sink here in the kitchen. Get all that extra dough I don't need in my hands. And dry my hands here. And then now you just gotta wait for the oven to get to that right temperature, which is almost at that temperature. It's 350 or 360 now. So once it gets to that right temperature, then you're gonna put them in for the 10 to 13 minutes. I usually put them for 10 minutes and then see what they look like, because they're supposed to be brown and golden on the bottom of it. So if that is the right temperature, then you're good to go with the rest of the batches. So I make like 1 batch, you know, one batch of cookies, then I'll put in more as I go. So it's a thing that you need to learn how to make sure that the temperature is right in the oven, and then you can sense it from the bottom. There's that beep that I was telling you about. So that means that the oven's now at 375, which is the degree that this needs to be at. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this thing over here for right now. It's a wrapper. So what we're gonna do now is the oven's very hot. Okay. It's very hot, so I'm going to step you back just a little bit here so I can get into the oven. Yeah. So what you're going to do now is you're going to use an oven mitt, one of these things to be safe, okay? You're going to open up the oven. Look at that oven. It's nice and hot in here. And you're going to drop that into there, and then you're going to timer. So again, I said about 10 minutes. We'll do 11 just to be on the good side. And over here I'm all set for the cookies to come out. I have a cookie sheet right here, and I have the flipper for the cookie sheet. So as that is baking in the oven, we're going to come back over here to where we have all these lovely bags. And get the next bag to go. So again, we're going to put this in the mic for about 10 seconds. The butter. So this is what I'm saying, is as I cook these, and I'm going to put 2 in, because I'm going to do 2 bags. I think I can do 2 and it would be fine. So I'm going to put 1, and 2, there's 2 butters. Alright, we can go over to the mic. Now this might take a little longer asking than 10 seconds. But we're going to clear it. We're going to put it in for 30. I'm going to wait over here as it is miking, just to make sure it doesn't melt all the way down. Because again, you do want some hardness to it, because that's what the hardness is going to do with the cookies. So you just want to melt it just a little bit. It looks like 10 seconds is not going to do it. And I see 30 seconds is going to be just look like enough. Okay, so we did it for 30 seconds this time. and you have a little bit of liquid. I'll show you it. So you have a little bit of liquid on the plate, which is not too much, but then the rest is pretty much, it's soft but not too soft, which is what you want. So go ahead, put those two butters, I should have put the mix in there first. That's alright. The butter will melt it up. And then we'll go ahead and put the two mixes in. Because we're going to have to mix this anyway all together. Hopefully I can do two in the same mix. I mean, this bowl. They're still going to add in... Ooh, it's getting up there. Gotta still add the two eggs in there. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. I'm going to put that one egg. Two eggs. Make sure there's no, if you do break the egg and it seems like it didn't go through, like, make sure that, you don't let any shells get in there. Because shells in the mix would not be good. So yeah, I'm going to wash my hands very quick here. Alright, so let's see, how long have we been going? Okay, that's not too bad. So at this point, I'm gonna continue doing this. If you guys do like this, this kind of stuff, me like baking stuff, let me know in the comment section. You know, if you've been watching this far, you might like it. So what we're gonna do now, we got two more eggs, we got two more bags there. We're gonna continue with the mixing of these two. So now, when you have a lot of mix in a big bowl like this, I mean, it's not a big bowl, you want to make sure that you don't, like, throw it all over the place, you know, you don't want to make a mess. So just be careful, like, I'm trying to be careful here. That's why it's maybe easier to do one bag at a time, but because I don't have that, I mean, I don't know what time it is now, but I'm going to something tonight and I need these done. So, I'm just gonna, I mean, the cooking time is still gonna take 10 minutes per batch. But, as long as I can get these made, I'll be good. But I should have enough time. And if I don't have enough time, I'll bake the rest tomorrow. And then, you know. But I should have enough time. So yeah, we're just gonna mix in the butter in the mix. Here. Okay. This one's going to take a little longer to actually mix in, because I don't want it going all over, which it kind of is. Again, the more mix you put in a bowl, the harder it's going to take to make the mix, and also, you know, the slower you got to go because of all the mix in there. So hopefully by the time this oven is done, we'll have the next batch going. I might just do that, like the 4 there, and continue with this batch, but if I get it done, then I'll just go ahead and put this in with the next batch. You know. Yeah. So yeah, it's very hard to do it with 2 bags in there. But it is doable, as you can see. It's more mix that you have to make sure it stays. And you gotta make sure it is mixed. Because if it's not mixed, when you go to actually cook it, it won't taste good. If it's not all, like, I just made a mess there. That's alright, that's just one small cookie. I don't know if you could see it. It's right there! Right there! But yeah, so, yeah. So what you want to do is just to mix this in together pretty well. So you got all the mixed in. Okay, we got 5 minutes left for that first batch to be done. think when Assy, if I really wanted to, if I had too much mix that fell over, I would throw that out and put another bag in, you know, like, but I think this will be enough for what I'm doing tonight. And then I did get more mix than just the 5 that I showed you in the beginning. I like getting the mix because then if, say, someone wants cookies made, like a chocolate chip, I already have the mix in the stock. So I don't have to go back out and get the mix. Is this all mixed in? No, there's some stuff down there. Come on up. Yeah, I am. There's a lot actually going on the counter here. Okay, yeah, it's getting mixed. There's just a small bit on the bottom. So what you want to do is just cave it in, per se. You know, get the stuff from the bottom and bring it up, like so. Yeah. Just want to continue, like, folding it in. I think it's what the technique is called. You're going to bring it up and fold it inwards on itself. That way you get everything from the bottom up, and you get it mixed in with the rest of the cooking mix. Yeah, there's more down there. So I'm just checking underneath to make sure there's no more mix. It's not mixed in. Which it looks like is all mixed in, which is good. Alright, so that's all. It is all mixed in. Very good. Just going to take this and put it in there. We're going to grab these little small pieces that fell out. Throw it in the trash. And then quickly wash your hands. Get ready to take the cookies out of the oven. Okay. So we got about 2 minutes before the cookies are done. So we're gonna come back over here so you can see the oven and the stove. Make sure that I can get into the oven too. So right now, whoops, the camera just kind of fell down. Okay, sorry about that. Guess it wasn't tightened enough on the tripod. So right now, well, the oven's about to beep anyways, so we are just gonna quickly check. They're looking pretty good in there. So I'm gonna grab my little oven mitt, and in a minute, in about 20 seconds, this is gonna beep, saying your timer's up. You should check. So we're gonna check it in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Alright, so it's been 10 minutes. So the other thing you gotta do when you get the cookies out, cookies. You need to let them cool off for about a minute to 2, so you know how long, just so they can cool off. So we let them cool off. It's about, it's well, in the afternoon right now. So yeah, you're gonna let them cool off, and after you let them cool off for about a minute or maybe a little less than a minute, but you let them cool off, then you're gonna use your spatula that you should have, and you're gonna move them over to the cookie sheet. So, you know, and like I said, I use that plate so that way that I can, you know, I can make all the dough I need and get that all done. So then it's just a matter of popping it in the oven and then getting them cooked. So we should have enough time to go do all these cookies and get them done before I have to leave. So yeah, you're gonna let them cool off for about maybe another minute. You can take one off just to see if it's done. But what I like to do is I let them cool off, because it does say in the instruction, let them cool off. Then you can take them off. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna let them cool off. And then we'll put the 5 that we have left over from the first batch. Yeah, so you can make about a dozen cookies. This is on the package. Depends again how big you make them. So we're gonna be making a good 4 dozen today, or 5 dozen, depending on how many I make big, how many I make small. Just depends on how big you make them. These are very famous cookies, if you didn't know, from where I'm going tonight. Yeah. Hint: if I'm going somewhere tonight, I'm making these cookies. So, alright, so it's been about 2 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them off, and they're nice and brown and golden. And that's what you want to have. So we're going to take these off and let them really cool off on the pad over here, on the cooling mat. And as they cool off, then you know, if you want to try one, you can try one. I'm not going to try any, because these are really for this event that I'm going to, and, I mean, I might have one, but we'll see. They're very good cookies because, they're easy to make. As you see how easy these are easy to make, these are really simple cookies to make, okay? All you have to have is oven, butter, egg, and the mix. Like I said, some mixes you do need to have more material, you know, like butter, you need water or something like that, but these ones here are like the easiest to make because you don't really need that much, and you saw what these took to make. So, again, we're going to back this camera right up here. We're going to put the next batch in, which is only 5, so. Okay. Set the timer for, I think it was, we did 11 minutes. So we're going to do 11 minutes on this batch to make sure it works. And then we're going to come back over here to where this mix is here. Woo! Okay. We're going to bring my plate back over here. Okay. And we're going to do what we did before. So we're going to make the mix, put it on the plate, and then when the next batch is done, we'll be able to put that next batch in. So yeah, just the same thing you want to do is just make little clumps. And this is what I'm saying, using this plate is very good because then you can make them a head, and then all you gotta do is just pop them in when you're ready. Sorry about that, I get just quickly do something. But yeah, so again, you just have to quickly do something like that. And it's very easy to make the cookies that way, because you have time in between the, until it's done with the next batch. Now this batch I might make a little smaller, just to see if, if they look different. That way then, where I'm going, if there's somebody that really likes them, you can have the big ones. If they don't really like them, they can have the small ones. So, again, you just gotta roll them up, just like so. And just make sure they're nice in size and, they should be good. So yeah, we got 10 minutes before the next batch is done. And what you can also do in between batches is once those cookies that are over there cooling off are done, you can make them, like, pile them up a little bit. So, because if you're, depending on how many you're making, how many cookies you're making, you'll need to have them up higher. Especially how many I'm going to be making. Yeah, so just pile them up a little bit, after they're cooled off. Because you don't want to do them when they're, hot, because, the pie, what pie happen is if you move them in they're hot, they will actually, they might crumble. Which you don't want crumbling cookies. I don't think you do. So yeah, we're just gonna make these bunch of these cookies here, and as the timer goes down, then oops, that cookie just fell on the floor, or not on the floor, but on the counter. But that's okay. We have enough. We have enough batter here for cookies, so just that one. Yeah. So yeah, you want to make them, a decent size, but you don't want to make them too small. You don't want to make them too big because, especially this kind of situation, they're gonna all cook at the same time. So if you make one bigger, one smaller, it's gonna be the temperature thing. So the smaller you make them, the better. I mean, if you're gonna make them all be small, then make them all be small. If you want to make them all be big, you can make them be big. It just depends on how big you want to make them and how many cookies you want. So these are the double batch. So there should be a good 36 or 24 cookies. But again, the more cookies you're making, the longer it's going to take you to bake. Why? Well, because each one of these sets of about 12 takes 10 minutes to cook. So depending on when you need them by, like me, like today, you just need to make sure they're cooked. And it does, and like I said, if I get to a certain point and I can't cook the rest, what I can just do is just put the rest of these in the fridge, and then when I get back, I can cook them then, or I can cook them another day, or because the mix, as long as you refrigerate the mix, like the cookies, you should be good. It's once they get cooked is when they actually, you don't have to have them, you can have them anywhere. So, yeah. Kind of interesting stuff, isn't it? And this is something different than I don't usually do here on this channel. This is mainly, as you probably know, Minecraft-related videos and sport videos. So, as I make more mess down there. But yeah, so I figured, why not? It's a new year, why not try some different things on the channel, just to see if you guys like it, That's a pretty big one. We got another 6 minutes. The other thing you could do, and I didn't do this in today's video, is you could do this first, and then preheat the oven, and then just pop them in, and then you don't have to make them. If you know how many you're going to make and you know how big they are, you go ahead and just make them and then preheat the oven and then put them in. But, I don't have the time to do that. But, like I said, you could do that. Yeah, this mix is interesting. Like, the first few that I did had it made perfect balls, and now it's like, it's all in my hands like this. So, we got another 5 minutes. Yeah, the first few that I did were fine. And now it's getting, like they're clumping up on my hand. So it's hard to make the circles. Get off my hand. Yeah, I love making cookies for this particular group. And now they can see how I make them, if they watch this video. Okay. we're getting out of this scoop, and it's almost 5 minutes left. Whoop, that one went right back in the bowl, but that's okay, that's fine. We can use that. So yeah, as you can see, the plate idea is really good, because if you have a lot of cookies and you're making a lot, you just gotta put it on the plate. And I'm just gonna grab whatever I can grab from the corners here and make this last cookie if I can. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the plate. I'm gonna move the plate back just a little bit, and I'm gonna wash my hands very quick here, so I can get all this mix off me. Alright, dry my hands. So now we're going to come back over here a little bit here. And like I was telling you with the cookies that are done over there, what you want to do is you want to move them over. Now they're really nice and cool. You're going to move them over. And at this point you can put them on top of each other, because it is going to be much easier to move the ones that are in the oven up here and take care of them up here. So we got about 3 minutes before this next batch is done and ready to come out. But yeah, so that's a technique that I like to use, is I just use a plate to make the cookies. And then what I just do is I can just pop them in the oven when the batches are done. It's a lot easier. And then say, hey, okay, I need to leave now. I can just put that plate, cover it, put it in the oven, not in the oven, but put it in the refrigerator, and then I have them ready to go for next time I need them. So, like I said, if I make all these, these other 2 bags that I have right there, right? If I make those next 2 bags and I don't actually have a chance to cook them because they're not ready, I just leave them on the plate, like that plate right there. So yeah, they look good, don't they? Even though they're not cooked, they look good. Alright, we got about 2 minutes till these. Whoop! There goes the camera again. Alright. It doesn't like to go down, I guess. Alright, well, let's just raise you up just a tad bit here, just so you can see the rest of the area here. So once those are ready, we're gonna pot them here. We'll wait 2 minutes, and the timer is going down. We got less than 30 seconds to go, guys. 30 seconds to go. And let's just actually look at. Ooh, they're looking good. They're looking good. Looking very good. We got 10 minutes. 10 seconds, sorry. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep! Now, I don't know if these look like they're a little bit more burnt than the last group. So maybe 11 minutes was a little too long. As you can see, they're a little burnt. It might be fine. It just might be what they look like. But we're gonna go ahead and let these cool off for about a minute. So these cookies smell great. If you could smell them right now, you'd be. They smell good, man. I wish you could smell them. Oh, man. And we got so many more to go. So, I'm going to give them another minute to let them cool off on the pan. Then we're going to take them off the pan, put the next batch on, and then make the next 2 bags. Get all the bags done. That way we don't have to worry about bags, and then we can focus on just the basic cooking of cookies. Which again, they take up 10 minutes per batch. This was a small batch because I didn't want to mix in the old batches with the new batches. So that's why I'm letting it do its thing here. And again, if you like this baking thing that I'm doing here, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If you're watching it this far in, you really should be subbed to my channel. Really. And maybe we'll continue maybe a little baking series here on my channel. Why not? Alright, I think it's been enough time, so we're going to go ahead and take these off. And again, some will be big, like this one. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. 11 minutes was perfect. So again, we're going to look at the back of it and see how nice and pointy that is. So again, we're going to put in more. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, 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 boom. And another 2. And another 2 there. Boom! Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? When you have them all ready to go, huh? And just make sure they're not near the edges, because if they're near the edges, it might stick. Even you don't need butter with this, because there's butter in the mix. Put that back in. Put the timer on for, we'll do 11 minutes again, because that seemed like it was fine. Then, we got the more mix there. But we're going to come back over here and do the last 2 mixes here. So we got 2 more mixes here, same mix. So we're going to go ahead, get the bags open first here. Okay. Okay, there's the bags. And then we'll go ahead and get the butter melted up here. So yeah, I mean, I really do hope you guys like this this kind of thing here. The making things, you know? I really like making these cookies. They're really simple to make. It's interesting to know that you can easily make something and it doesn't take that long to make. I mean, the baking is the most thing that takes the longest, but everything else is very easy to do. So like I said, I'm gonna do that for another 30 seconds. We still got a good dozen on the plate back here. So the plate back here has a good dozen. So we're good with that. We just gotta make the next batch up here. And like I said, we've got 10 minutes, so we've got enough time to actually do this and let them cool off and all that kind of stuff before I have to go out. Alright, so there's the butter. Well, and this time it actually melted a little bit more. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how melted the butter is, but this is a little bit more melted than last time. You can see it started to melt in. But again, we're just going to put that butter in there. And this time, because I'm not making any more, I'm going to scrape off the rest of the butter into the mix because I'm not making any more. This is the last batch here. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. And then we're going to crack these last 2 eggs in here. And actually at this point I can just put it on that bowl plate there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and take these eggs out of here. Throw them in the trash here. And yes, I should get rid of that. I didn't put it in the sink. Alright, let me just wash my hands very quick here. Alright. We are going to now mix up the next batch. And then, after that, I'm probably going to maybe end the video. We'll see. Because after this, you've seen everything I've done, so it's not like, you know, it's going to be anything new. I mean, all the mixing is done and all that, so you can just assume that the rest of the stuff on with these cookies is just putting them in the oven and letting them bake. Bake. We're baking here. We're baking. We're baking here. We're baking here. Baking, baking, baking here. Look at all that melted butter. And again, if you were like, I was planning on doing cookies today anyway. If you're planning on doing cookies, what you could do, which would make it easier, is get the butter out the day before and let it just let it heat up to the, you know, your room temperature thing. Cause butter, as I knocked a whole bunch of that stuff down there, the butter can be left out. We have a thing here in my house that you can actually put butter right in and let the butter be in there. So if you are planning on doing cookies, you can actually leave the butter out, let it soften up to room temperature, and then make the cookies. Because as long as, you know, I mean, you might still have to mic it, but you might not have to if it's been, you know, room temperature. It might be harder to mix it. But yeah. So we got 7 minutes to that is done. So yeah, this is how I normally make them. So you just gotta have a technique of doing it. And last time I made these, where when I went to get the mix, they didn't have the milk chocolate chip. So what I had to do is I had to do two batch. I had oatmeal and then I had chocolate chip. So I had to mix them in together to actually make the oatmeal chocolate chip, because they didn't have the oatmeal when I went to get the bags. So I had to actually mix into. So I made a whole bunch more because I had 2 bags per bag to mix. So I had to mix in 2 bags that time. You know. Yeah. So it just depends on how many you want to make. Like I said, the more you make, the harder you're gonna go with the mix. Yeah. So it's just a matter of that. How many you want to make. If you're just making a few, then you don't have to do 5 bags. You can just do 1 bag. But the more you do, the more cookies you're gonna have. So I'm just gonna go down at the bottom. He's got 5 minutes. It says on the clock. We got 5 minutes. No, 5 minutes for the timer to be done. Not. I don't have 5 minutes to make all these cookies. I have about a good 2 hours, I think, before I have to leave. And that's the other thing, is after you're all done making the cookies, don't put them away right away if you're going to put them somewhere. Let them cool off, because if you don't, you're going to have, it's good to let them cool off before you move them around. So, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing down there. Make sure there's nothing down there. Make sure there's nothing down there that should be mixing. Mixing, we're mixing the cookies. We're mixing the cookies. I think we're just about done here. So I'm just checking. I mean, it doesn't look like it's mixed because it's sticking in my hand still. But I'm not seeing anything down there. Maybe a little bit more down there. And that's the thing, if you melt the butter, it might not be as if I didn't melt it, it would probably be a little better. It wouldn't be as sticky, I think. So that might be an experience for another time. You know, make more cookies at some point and just do a bag and see if I leave overnight, and see how better the mixing is and that kind of thing. You know, if you think that's a good idea, let me know in the comment section. Hey Matt, you should try the other way. You know, letting it cool overnight, or take the butter out the night before, and then do it that way. So, we've got 3 minutes, so we're not going to have enough time to, well, make the cookies. I mean, this batch here, or these in this pan here. Because I want to get the other ones off of that cookie sheet over there. Yeah, but we have enough there for another batch, so. Okay. So right now I'm just gonna try to get all this into the container here. And then I'm gonna quickly wash my hands because it says about 2 minutes. Alright, so those cookies are pretty much done there. So we're going to come back over to the oven area here. And we are now going to, because we have, oh, we should take these cookies out first and then I'll move them. The cookies are about to be done. Make sure that get into the oven. So we got 40 seconds. Got you there. You thought I was going to say 40 minutes. Ha! If I was cooking something bigger or more that need more cook time, then obviously yes, you would need more time. But these cookies do not need that much time. They only need 10 minutes per batch. So it depends on how many batches you're actually making. So, yeah. So, that's one thing to know. So it depends on how many batches you're making. Obviously, I'm making a lot of batches for this event tonight. So we got it's done. Alright. So again, we're gonna let these cool off here. They look very, very good though, don't they? Look at these cook. It smells good. Alright, we're going to move these cookies over because they're nice and cooled off now. So a big one there, small one, big one. So, yeah, look at those cookies. Cookies. Smells very good. I can smell the chocolate chips in them. Chocolate chip oatmeal. Sounds great, doesn't it? So again, we're going to wait about 2 minutes, let them cool off, and we're going to take these from here over to the cooling rack and let them cool off the rest of the time. Then we'll put the next batch in, then we'll make the rest of the cookies for the last 2 batches. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time, isn't it? So, yeah, we're going to let these cool off, and then we'll take them off. I think 11 minutes is perfect for these cookies, so if you are going to make these cookies at your own house, 11 minutes, make them this size, Your oven might be a little hotter than mine. Depends on the oven. So we're at 375. So if your cookies are cooked 375 and they look like this, you're good. Again, it depends also. It also depends on how you make them. Like if you make big ones, obviously they're gonna take a little bit longer to cook. But the main size here is the medium size. So yeah. Alright, I think that's good enough. I mean, if they're not, you will be able to tell. Again, nice and those are how you know they're really good done. If you have a little burnt one, that's fine. You can either eat that one or give it to. Oh, see this one. There's a little not done. So that one I might eat myself because it's either it wasn't cooked done or when I broke it, it just broke. But a lot of these, as you can see, are nice and golden brown. So they're good. And that's what I'm saying. If you don't let them cool off for a minute or two, they could break like that. So. Okay. Next batch going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Bum, 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 bum. Again, make sure they're not near the edges because when they do bake, they get bigger. Yeah. That's how big they are, and you can just move you back just a tad bit here so I can get the oven open. So again, oh, let's get that out of there. A little bit of crust from the last one that broke. Alright, and we know how long we want this for, so we're going to go 11 minutes. As I just knocked something over there. So we're back over here to our mix plate. And yes, I didn't need this extra spoon, so I'm going to get rid of that. Throw that. Now I'm throwing things around, go figure. Yeah, that plate is hot, that's for sure. Okay, so this is all mixed in, so we're going to make our new plate. The plate went down a little bit. Now we're going to add these into the plate, so then when we continue going with the cooking, it's just boom, 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 get them done. Yeah, so we're done with that. I think we're just going to go ahead and roll them up, and then put them on the plate. So, I hope you like this video, this type of video, I mean. I usually don't do, like, cooking videos here on the channel. Like I said earlier, if you think that I should do more of this kind of stuff, let me know, and let me know, like, what kind of cooking you want me to do. Do you like baking? Do you like, on the stove type cooking? You know, I'm not gonna do it every week, but, like, when I do get a chance to do, like, a baking video, or, you know, a cooking video, let me know what you think you should see. I mean, I could do, and obviously these videos would be a little longer because baking, I mean, obviously if it's baking and it takes like an hour, I know this video will probably be about an hour. If it takes an hour to bake, I might cut that out. The only reason I'm not doing with this video is this is the first video kind of that I'm doing here. And I'm mostly talking. So it's not like it's just me, you know, making the cookies. Like, okay, I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to put them on the plate. I'm actually talking to you guys about what you should see here. Again, it's not... I did the first few and then it was fine. Now it's like all like... It might be the mix. See, it's not... It's just sticking to my hand. It must be the batter. Something like that. We got 9 minutes before that batch is done. Come on. It's like, I don't know if it's just the mix is not mixed together very well or what the case is. Let's see. Because normally, when I do these, they don't all like stick like this. They're just, you know, I make them and then I put them in. But for some reason in this, see, like they're just, I don't get this. Like, I'm having trouble just making the balls here. You know, like, so I just threw some. I think it's a type of mix, like the butter situation, that you know, melting it that much actually does something to the mix. Because it's being harder to make balls. And there's so much on my hand, I could easily make a ball from what's on my hand. You know, it's like, come on. Why is it? And I'm dropping it on the floor, which I'll have to clean up. It shouldn't be doing this! It shouldn't be doing this! Whatever. I mean, I'm trying to make it into the ball, but it's making my hand not want to do it. It's sticking more in my hand than anything else. I mean, that's fine. When it goes in the oven, it'll cook down. It's just making the balls are kind of hard. Get it? Making the balls are kind of hard. Yeah, it's like, hold on. Let me try something here. Let me get all this off my hands. As much off as I can. Okay, I got no chocolate chips in my hand. I'm gonna rewash my hands and try it again. Maybe it's they're sticking to the water or my hand that has all that stuff on it. Okay, let's try this again. That's what it is. My hands, it's sticking to my hand, so it's making it not be able, okay. So I just gotta whip my hands on. Because now it's doing it fine. And it's not like I'm using soap when I wash my hands, I'm just using water, so, you know. Okay, that is what it is. It's, maybe I should add more water into the mix next time. Because if that's the issue, which now I'm making balls, they're fine. So, because of the oatmeal in it, I think the oatmeal is drying out the mix. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. Because now I'm redoing these and they're not sticking to my hand as much, so it has to be the mix itself. Yeah, that's where it is. Alright, well, I figured that out, which is kind of good. So we're going to continue making this mix here. And now we don't have to worry about, I mean, if it does stick to my hand, I know why it's now doing that. So yeah, now we don't have to lose as much mix due to it falling and all that. So, yeah, so, you know, if you like this cooking stuff, let me know. I mean, it's doing it again. But it's not doing it as bad as it was. So yeah, I like, these cookies are so easy to make. That's why I figured, let me do the cookies first, because they're very easy to make, and they're not hard to do. You know, they're just, you can do a plate like I'm doing and just make them like that. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. So they're sticking to your hand. So when you add more water or something to your hand, then it goes better. Okay, got it. Yeah, see, they're starting to stick to my hand again. See? Just a little bit though. Which is not much left, so I'm gonna probably be fine. Sorry for my hands in the shot. We got 3 minutes left on that. And then we got probably one more cookie in here. Let's see, do I have one more? Just scraping everything together, see if I can make one more here. Probably not. Okay, we got 2 minutes. This will be a small chocolate chip. If I can get it to not stick to my hand. Yeah, see, that's what it is. It's sticking to my hand because there's not enough, like, liquid, I guess. So that's good. Yeah, I can't make that's. It's just sticking to my hand. But that's good to know. If you wet your hands, they go better. Because what's happened is the oatmeal. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Why? Because the oatmeal is actually taking your moisture and drying them out. So then when you go ahead, because oatmeal does that. Because oatmeal is like one of those things that it does that on you. And we're gonna move this back right now because the cookies are just about done. But yeah, so normally oatmeal actually is a good like deep cleaner person. Like you can actually it takes liquid out. So your hands have moisture in them. When you're making cookies or something with oatmeal, it actually can take that moisture out. If I'm correct. So that's why sometimes you notice that my hands are like crispy like this is. It's because there's no liquid in the cookie to make so it won't it sticks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. I can see one issue here, but I'm going to let that pull off. And as that pulls off here, looks good. As this pulls off here, I am going to take these cookies over here. You can barely see me. I'll take these cookies right here, and readjust them. So I'm going to put them over here, because they're done. And you can see how nice and crisp they are once they all cool off here. If the camera would focus. Camera focus. So yeah, it's all nice and crisp down. That's how you know the cookies are done. If you get one or two that are like burnt, you'll be able to tell right away. This is the one that, remember, I didn't let cool off and actually broke. So this one I might eat, just because it broke, and I don't want to give them to, you know. So yeah. So like I said, these cookies are going to let them cool off for about another minute. And then we're going to take these off, put them over here, start the next batch. That's how you do it. You just keep on, you take the batch that you take the cookies that you made on a plate. That's the technique that that's hot. That's the technique that I use. I put them on a plate, and then I pop them in on. So you can actually get a lot done with those cookies. So you mix it, you mix it in the bowl, right? But that's how you do it. You mix it in the bowl, put them on a plate, or right on the cookie sheet, whichever one you want to do first. You want to make the plate, and then do the cookie sheet, and then when the cookies are done, you take them out, let them cool for about 2 minutes, which has almost been 2 minutes now. Then you put them on the cooling sheet, which you should have, and then you just move the cookies over once they're done. You let them cool off for a minute or two, and then you move them over here so you have more room for more cookies. That's how you do it. And that's probably been enough. So there's one cookie right here. I don't know if you can see it. That actually got jammed in with another cookie. So that one I'm just gonna, yeah. So let's see. Perfect. Perfect all the time. Perfect all the time. I mean, besides the ones I broke, but that's okay. So this is the one. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah. Now this one right here, because it did kind of break because it was attached. That's what I'm saying. I'm probably eat that one as well, just because I don't want to take ones that are not attached. But nice and golden brown. That's what you want on the bottom. So you don't want it to be mushy. Like that one just mushed on my hand. And you don't want it burnt. You can see that this one's kind of burnt. I'm not going to eat it, but this one's kind of more crispy. It's because this one must have had butter in it. And when butter hits the stove, or the oven, it actually burns a little bit more. That's all. I mean, they're still going to be good cookies. So, yeah. Doing good. We're doing pretty good here. Making these cookies. Alright. And we can put the next batch in. So again, just make sure they're spread out enough, because if they're not spread out, like I in the last batch, they will actually cook into each other, which is not a bad thing. It's just not a great thing. So we're just gonna make these a little bit better in here. And they might actually start cooking now, because this cookie sheet's been in the oven for 7 minutes. So it might actually start cooking right away. So now we're gonna put this one of the last batches in the oven. I'm just gonna move these back. Okay. Then we're gonna hit timer. We're gonna do 11 minutes like we've done for the rest. So, how do you like this cooking thing? Yeah, those are the rest of the cookies I'm gonna have to put in. Look at those cookies. Look at those cookies. So those are all like good cookies to eat. Yeah. So these cookies over here are gonna be. You can't see me. Open it up. So these cookies right here are going to a vent. There might be one or two that I might eat myself, like this one right here. Actually, I am, because it's, look how crisp, and look at that. My camera won't focus on it, but it's nice and crisp. Not bad. Have a little milk. Yeah, good. Not bad. Now this is the one that just came out of the oven. I got some stuff in my beard. This is the one that just came out. Let's just this one. Really good. Mmm. These are the best. Mmm. If you like oatmeal chocolate chip, these are like the best. I just had 2. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna probably have, unless I break another one. They're good. Yeah, they're. You guys tonight, I hope you enjoy these cookies. I really do. And hopefully this doesn't take that long to edit. Well, not much edit, but upload. Because I like this up tonight. Yeah, these cookies are the bomb, guys. They are the bomb. I'm telling you, they're very good cookies. If you haven't tried these, go to Walmart, get a bag. A lot of people have eggs and butter in your house. You just need one of each. Get a bag of this. If you don't have any, you can always get butter at Walmart. They do carry Walmart brand butter, and just get an egg. You have to buy a dozen eggs, but you can get eggs. You don't have eggs at your house. Make some. Try them. They're very, very, very good. Mmm. Mmm. Look at those cookies over there. Look at those cookies. They're so yummy. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let you look at those cookies. Alright, well, I am back. So, yeah. So, very simple cookie mix. 1 bag, 1 egg, 1 butter. You just need a good mixing bowl. Like that one right there. A good mixing bowl. A spoon. A cookie sheet. I think where the cookies to sit on to cool off. Cookie, air sheet, wherever they're going. Maybe a plate, so you can make all the cookies at once. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's a pretty simple process here to make cookies. Yeah. But yeah, so another 5 minutes for this this one here. So as I wait for that next batch to come out, we are going to move all these now, because they're probably nice and cooled off, over here. So we can make room for the next batches to come out. So now I've got this room right here, it's a small area, to put the, cooled off, or let them cool off cookies to be. And then as you get more, you can ask to line them up back here, or maybe get them off the cooling rack so you can make more. We're not gonna make any more than what's on this plate here, which is a lot more cookies. I mean, about 2 more dozen, I'm guessing. And also another thing to note is when you are making cookies like this, you make a mess, pick it up. It won't take that long for you to pick it up than having someone else pick it up. So what you can do at this point is, because you got no more cookies to be making, you can put the bowl in the dishwasher if you've not done that yet. So you can put the bowl in the dishwasher if you have a dishwasher, or wash it by hand, depending on how you, if you have a dishwasher. Some of you don't have dishwashers. We do. Me and my mom actually do have a dishwasher. So yeah, we have a dishwasher, so when I'm all done here, in 2 minutes, this will be done. So then we can start the pickup process after we get the cookies out, let them, dry, air dry for a minute or two, and then wait the next batch in. And just at this point, then you just clean up the house, or not the house, but the area that you were cooking in, because you don't want to make a mess. I know I made a mess here, but what you want to do is after you're done, at least like as you're waiting for the last batch to be made, you want to be picking up the area. So you don't want to just leave it a mess, because as you can see here, I did probably make a bit of a mess here, but again, you're going to pick that up. And what I would recommend doing is, as your your last batches are in there, you do that. So we got 2 minutes, and then this batch will be done. But yeah, so it's very simple to make these cookies. You also need an oven. You can also use a toaster oven, ones that are a convention oven. Once these are out, I'll show you what a convention oven looks like. We actually have one here right next to where I'm cooking. So I'll show you what that looks like in about a minute. I would have to say it says 2 minutes, but it's been like that for a minute. So it probably will go down to 40 seconds, 50 seconds, that kind of thing. Now it's less than a minute. "34 seconds. 30 seconds. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bing! I had to move it back just a little bit here. So yeah, we're going to let this cool off for about a minute or two. So you can see that spacing them out does help, because when you space them out like that, then you have enough room for them all to be in it. And they're not, touching the edges. if they're just edges, it won't damage the cookie. It just might not be as big as you like. Give it one more minute. I'm gonna flip you. Get it? I'm gonna flip you off the panel. Alright. Just like that. They're nice and good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the winner. This is the winner. Oh yeah, these are winners, guys. You might be able to fit another back, like more on to a pan and do 4x4. You might, but it's not worth taking a chance of it not working. So. Okay. Make sure these are not near the edge. So. Timer. So, like I was saying earlier about you could use a convention oven. This thing right here is called a convention oven. Why you can use this is there's actually a tray, which I moved for the video, but there's a tray like this, okay, there's a tray, and you can put the cookies on here, and then slide it into the groove of here, right, like that, and then you do the same thing, you hit the bake button over here, you put it on bake, and then you put it at 375, which is probably right around here, okay, and then you just bake it. You do 10 minutes like you do on the oven, and that's how you do it. And I use this mainly for cooking like waffles and stuff like that, but you can use it as a convention oven as well, which is a nice feature of this. So at this point in this, I'm doing a little cleanup, okay? Because I did make a lot of mess with everything. I'm just picking up the stuff and I'm gonna throw it in the trash. So yeah, at this point in the video, like, you just want to clean up what you made a mess of. If that means you got stuff on the floor, which I did, you want to sweep. If you got stuff on the counter, you want to just put it into the bowl, like so, and just clean it up. Because you don't want to leave it a mess, because if you do it right after you made the mess, it won't be kicked on. So, just kind of make sure you get it all. And then, you want to probably put in put it in the sink, let it, just let it clean up a little bit here. Oh, they're over here on the medicine. Yeah, there. So what you also want to do is you want to also, oops, not your floor wet. So what you want to also do is just make sure it's all, just kind of scrub it down like so. And make sure that everything that you did is cleaned up, so you got no mess. That's the most important thing, is after you're done, you want to make sure that you got everything cleaned up and is good to go for next time you need to cook. If you didn't make the mess, it's easier to clean up when you first make the mess. So there's that, all taken care of. Then we have the oven, which you want to be very careful with the oven, because especially if you've been cooking on the stove, you don't want to make a mess more on the stove. So we have these cookies left here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up in here. I know I'm knocking it on the floor, but what I'm probably going to do after is I'm going to sweep the floor. So then you don't have to worry about that mess. But yeah, so you want to just make sure you clean up whatever mess you made. I'm going to leave this over here, because I don't want to make the oven more messy than it was. So I'm just going to clean up the mess here. Yeah, so that's what you're going to do. When you're done, like I said, you did the dishes. I just put it in the sink for right now. Eventually I will take care of that. But then you got the cookies here. You got the oven pretty much cleaned off. Just got to take care of the floor if you're not thinking on the floor. And then we got 7 minutes left, so that batch is done. Yeah, so it's that point. Yeah, we're just gonna look at those cookies over there. Look at those cookies. Look at those cookies over there. Those look really good cookies, don't they, guys? Alright, well I am back again. If you guys didn't know, I went to go do some stuff again. But yeah, so at this point I'm going to move these cookies now back to here. Because I got a lot of cookies now on this sheet here. You know. So you want to just keep a little bit of room so you can have to pull them off. So we got 5 minutes for this batch, and then we have maybe another 2 batches. It looks like from the cookie thing. Looks like we have 2 more, which I guess I could put right there as long as I don't mess it up. There, put it there. So it's in the frame. Yeah, so there's about another dozen here. Which again takes about 10 minutes, 11 minutes per batch. We've already cleaned up the kitchen, as far as I'm going to do for right now. There's just a few things on the floor, which I can't do because the camera's where the mess is. I mean, I could move the camera and do it, but yeah, so we're just going to finish off this batch. We're going to put the next batch in. Maybe we could start packing up these for this event that I haven't going to tonight. Here we go. Less than a minute to go. So we got another less than 30 minutes. No, 30 minutes. 38 seconds, not minutes. 30 seconds remaining on the cookies. 30 seconds left. 20 seconds left on the cookies. Five, 4, 3, 2. Again, we want to let this wait for about 2 minutes, so we can let them cool off. Because if right when they come out, if you do like decide that you want to move one or eat one, you really shouldn't, because they're going to be very, very hot. First of all, because they're in the oven for 10 minutes or 11 minutes or how long you decide to put them in, so they're going to be very, very hot. very hot. And they also could break. And you want broke cookies. You want nice cookies. The more you let them cool off on the pan, the better they're going to be to getting off too. Okay. Give me one more minute. Let them cool off. Let them cool off. Let them cool off. Let them cool off. Alright, I think it's been enough. Oh. 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 They're good. They're so good. Oh, my last batch is gonna be the greatest ones ever. They're just enough, just so they're just barely smooth. There's a few people that really like those, and I have no room now, so I'm just gonna have to put them on top of the other ones I just made, and let them cool off there. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, see, oh, they're some of them I made earlier are now like bunched together on the plate. So there's actually more than I thought there. Because what's happened is the heat of the oven is actually melting them on the plate. So you can actually, yeah, oh my, look at this! Jeez. Hopefully that one is okay. Let's try to get these ones in there first. Because these ones are the ones melting on the plate. Normally they don't melt on the plate. But I guess because of how many I've done, they're just melting. Give me a sense of what hands again. They're melting. Melting! We're melting! Matt, we're melting! Alright, these are going in. Hopefully, they're going to be okay. So yeah, these are actually, if you can see the plate, they're actually starting to melt. They're starting to melt. I don't know if you can see these four right here have melted into the plate. Yeah. So they're actually melted on the plate, which is not good. So I guess we're going to leave this plate over here. We got about another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Another good 14. And then these over here, we'll do them last, I guess. We'll do these. And then we'll do the last 4 because they're kind of melted. Let me get the angle back that I had before. But yeah, so having them on the stove may not a good idea. Maybe having it up here or in a spot that you don't have on the stove because it could actually, I didn't realize, melt those cookies that you just made. But a lot of people don't make this many cookies at once. They do like one or two, and then they they wait, and then they do more. I need a lot more. I mean, this is a good amount here. But yeah, let's take these ones off there so they can cool off on a surface. Yeah, we're getting so many over here that it's gonna be hard to show see them all. So yeah, I'm gonna let this batch cook up. Yeah, look at those cookies. Oh my god, they look so good over there. Don't these cookies look really good, guys? Come on. You're telling me they're not, but they smell so good too. They smell very good. But you can't tell from the video because you're not here. Zoom that back out. So yeah, we're gonna let that batch cook up, and we got another 2 batches after that, it seems. But we also need to, once these cool off enough, so we can take these off. They're cool enough now. They won't melt. We are going to, okay, those are those. We're gonna put these, yeah. So they might get a little hardened once they cool off. Like this one's pretty, it's been cooled off for a while. You can see it's still there, but yeah, we're gonna start to get them down here. These are all like been dried out, or not dried out, but they've been done for a while now. They're all nice and cookie. Get it? So we are gonna do get these all nice and neat in here. Okay, add these ones on top. And we got a few more to go on top of that as well. So we're just gonna wait at this point for those cookies to be done. But look at those cookies. Sorry, my camera's blurring a little bit there. Yeah, those cookies. Look at those cookies over there. Those cookies. Can you smell them to the camera? Can you? I don't know if you can. Look at those cookies. Can you barely taste one? Look at those cookies over there. Cookies sound good, don't they, right about now? Yeah, cookies are very good. Cookies, cookies for days. Cookies, cookies for days. Wouldn't have seen this out just a little bit. So we're just waiting for this batch to be done, and we're going to put the next batch in, and we got another one after that one as well. So there's going to be a lot of cookies for this event tonight. Cookies. We have 3 minutes and the next batch is done. I really should check the okay. The ones that had all that chocolate did actually crust over, so they're good. So we'll do the next 12, which are the main cookies, and then we'll do the ones that are melted. And those ones that are melted, we'll actually have to do something else with. Alright, 50 seconds. And we're going to let these cool off a little bit longer because I want to put them on top of those cookies. So I'm going to take them out, we're going to let them cool for about 3 minutes, maybe 4, then we'll put the next batch in. Because if you let them cool longer, they won't really need to be on the cooling rack, which is what this is. Okay? So. And they won't stick as much, too. I just dumped that on the floor. We got another one now. You don't want to use it if it's been on the floor. So, I just moved it over so you can get in there. That's alright, we had 2 of these, so we're good. I'll just wash that one. Alright! Oh, there's one big one on there, huh? Look at that big one. That one actually might... How do these look? They might need a little longer, actually. Well, let's let them cool off, and then we'll decide. That big one might need more time, though. I didn't realize how big some of these were, so they cooked out. But these are the two that were melted. So, like I said, these two right here, that you can now see a little bit better, were the ones that were melted that I put in. And they actually turned out to be, well, okay. So we're going to give them about 5 minutes to cool off, so then we can really see if they're good. So how do you like your cookies? Do you like them with milk? Do you just like plain chocolate chip oatmeal? Do you like chocolate chip? These are oatmeal chocolate chip. So there's chocolate chips in there because they're oatmeal chocolate chip. Yeah. So we're going to let these cool a little longer than the other ones that we've done because that big one, I don't know if it needs more time to cool off. The other ones are, you know, they're a little bit bigger than the ones that we did before, so they might need a little more time to cool off. It all, you know, the size of the cookie matters of how long you need to let it cool off. So the bigger cookies take longer to cool off than the smaller cookies. Like, you know, okay, like this size is double the size of this cookie. And actually, we should, let's move some of these over here so we easily. There's now room over here. So we're going to start with the burnt ones, or the ones that had the extra thing. Oh, they're perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're getting better and better. Look at that. Look at that cookie. Now we're going to do the other ones and then we'll do the big one. Oh my god. I just make so good cookies, don't I? Oh my god. That one's okay. And it's a little burnt. Oh my god. Now here's that big one. Is this one? Oh my. Oh. It is definitely cooked. Alright guys. Let's do the last two batches here. Well, at least the last one. And then, yeah. Oh yeah, these are starting. Damn. So that one's a little melted. Yeah, I don't know why they started to melt on the sheet. Or, I mean, on the plate. So, but that's okay. I mean, they're still gonna be made. Just gotta get them off the plate. this one. Okay. And that's it for this batch. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more on the last batch that we put in. Go another 11 minutes. So yeah, these ones that we have on the plate really did melt. I mean, I hope I can get them to actually go better. Actually, let's see if we can do that now. So I can, if I need to go wash my hands, I can. There's that one. And, okay, there's that one. See, these ones are actually all melted into each other. So they might actually look better when they're cooked. I'm not too sure. Or we can slide them into each other and make new ones from them. Because it's just dough, like I said. And you can't really see it. But yeah, these will be interesting ones to see how they're going to turn out. Because the chocolate has actually melted already into them. So I have to pretty much like remake them. Which I'm going to have to go wash my hands after this because of what they are. Yeah, these are definitely not gonna, I mean, I might take them, but they're just gonna be really chocolatey. I might actually save them for just me. Because of the chocolate that is melted into them. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna go back over to those cookies over there. You're gonna look at those cookies. Okay. We got 10 minutes until these are done, then we're gonna put those in. I'll be right back. I'm back, if you missed me. Yeah, so, yeah, some of these cookies look really good. I mean, even the ones that got, like, a little burnt, you know, they got just a little bit, and if you look at them, they're just a little bit burnt. This is the one that actually had all that, melted in them. So that's what those are going to look like, the ones over here. That's what this is probably going to look like. It's going to be more like that, more like that color there, because it was more like that, or more like this one here that has a little more curve into it. So these two I'm gonna have to take, but these ones here right here, I'm not gonna take. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna take these because they're, you know, some might like them. Some of these have like a lot more chocolate chips than one, like that one. Some only have like one. Whatever. So after this last batch gets done, which is in the oven now, because these are the ones I'm probably going to leave for me, the ones that we had on the plate here. These ones I'm probably going to keep for myself, because they're it's a lot of chocolate in there, because they melted. Yeah. Yeah, these are even those, so yeah, I'm going to keep it for myself. Give me something to eat in the morning. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to move these over a little bit more. Just so I can get mine here. Yeah, there we go. They're moved over. Enough. So we have 6 minutes until these ones are done. And at that point, because I'm going to probably do those later on. Well, I might just do them now. I'm going to take these out. These last... Oh my god, they look not done, but they look very good. Too bad I couldn't show you that. But they're melting down. So now when they actually melt down into the cookie format. So we have 4 minutes left on this batch here. And then I probably will put that last batch in. Just so I can show you what they look like after they're cooked. Because I'm interested to know what they're going to do. Because that last batch is all like just chocolate. You know, there's 8 cookies there. They're all like just pretty much all chocolate. It'll be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see. So you got 3 minutes to this batch. Then we're going to get that last batch in and probably start bagging these guys soon. We almost have less than 2 minutes left on this batch here. Cooking Matt. Cooking with Matt. We got about 17, 15 seconds. And it's done! Oh my god, these look very awesome. Let's wait about 2 minutes and then we'll get the last batch in and we'll be in this video soon. Hopefully you like this. I hope you like this long video of making cookies. Alright, I think that's been enough time. Let's get these off this pan here. Oh, they're great! You know, some of these are a little small, but that's okay. They'll be eaten. Alright guys, let's get this last batch in here. Now there's not many, so this one will be interesting. This is the one that had all those chocolate bits in them. So we are going to just make sure they're going to be good. Put those there. We have this last one here. Look at that one. It's all like chocolate. I mean, we'll see. I might take it in. We'll see. To this event that I'm going to. Okay. That needs to be clean up again. Not too much. So let's get this last batch in. Alright. In the 10 minutes. Well, 11, but you know. 11 minutes. That's it. We're done. We're done with the cookies. We are done with the cookies. We're done with the cookies. We're done, 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 done. So we just got those last little cookies that are in the oven now. So right now, I'm going to take these off this cooling rack here. The ones that we just took off the oven. I'm just going to put them here on the oven itself. I think these are them. Yeah, okay. These are the two burnt, or not the burnt, but they're... So we are gonna now... Yeah, see if they cool off too quickly, they actually have the indent. Like this one, see how it cooled but it wasn't flat? So the indent, it might break when something picks it up to eat it. So that's just because it was cooled underneath of another cookie. That's all. That's alright. That's alright. These cookies are gonna be gone. Okay, so we're just going to wait for these ones to last. You can probably just put them on the top here, because they will cool off. Like I said, they get a little melted into there. It'll be fine. A lot of these are small ones anyway, so it really won't matter. We just got a few left that we have to get out. And, oh, ho, 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 ho. Alright, we got 9 minutes. And then these cookies, the last of them will be done. Let's smell. So, how do you like this video so far? I know it's a long one. Yeah, we're past that the 2-hour mark. But yeah, so hopefully you like this cooking video. If you do, please give it a like. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell and notification to let you know when I upload a new video like Minecraft, my sports, or maybe cooking. Maybe that'll become a series here on my channel. You never know. So in about 9 minutes, maybe 8, this will be done. Then we'll pop them up here, let them dry, for a minute or two. Then we'll pop them over here, okay? We get a screenshot for the thumbnail, because, I do thumbnails now. So we'll take a screenshot of the cookies all done. Then we'll do a quick wrap-up video, like packing them up. Maybe going through some of the steps that we've done. So then maybe I can make a smaller video, just a little bit smaller video than this one, that people that didn't watch the video can get more involved maybe with the next video. Because I know this one's a long one. So, sorry about that. But yeah, so we're going to let this cook up, get the screenshot, do a little update on this. let's check up on them. Wait, are actually looking pretty interesting. The chocolate ones are actually looking pretty decent, guys. So I might leave them and give them to the folks that I'm going tonight for. So we're almost done here with the cookie making. Hint, making cookies, get it? We got less than 2 minutes to go. Less than a minute. Less than 30 seconds from now. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're done. Oh my god, look at these. Now these look very interesting. You know, these are the ones. These are the ones that were, like I said, were burnt. So you can actually see that they're more golden brown because of the chocolate built into them, which is awesome. And at this point we can turn off the oven because we're done, so we're going to just hit cancel. You might hear a fan come on. Some stoves have a fan when you are done cooking that comes on to get rid of the heat. But yeah, so we're going to wait a few minutes here on this. Then we're going to move them over to the cookie showcase, per se, I can call it. So yeah, I mean, look at these. These are, look at them. They're pretty interesting. Look at this. So yeah, we'll give it a minute or two to just cool off, because then we're going to put them right on top of those other cookies over there. And yeah, this is almost a done video for you, me. And that's a long one. Hope you like it. I enjoyed making it, obviously. Yeah, these are very interesting cookies. Alright, so I'm going to get my spatula from over here. When I get these off here, they're a little burnt, but not bad. I mean, come on. This one's a little bit more burnt, but that's okay. I mean, it could have been heat in the oven. It could have been that, that one's not. So, yeah, we're just gonna take these guys off. Not bad. You know, they're still cookies. They're still oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. They just are a little more brown. Not bad. Not bad at all. This one's very brown. A little burnt. And then this is the big one of Daddy. So we're just gonna, they're a little too soft. They're gonna break because there's two. They're two different colored. All right, guys. Well, now I'm gonna come over here so you can see these cookies in a better frame than what they have been pretty much all video. But yeah, so yeah, look at these cookies. Aren't they looking good? I think so. So at this point in the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few screenshots for the thumbnail, and then we'll come back and we're going to bag these suckers up, and then we're going to end the video off. So, I'll be right back in about 2 seconds for you, but for me it'll be a little longer. Alright, we are back. I did my thumbnail, I did a little teaser video, so hopefully you are going to watch that teaser video. It was about 2 minutes long. So now I decided not to do the other cookies in the shot. They're still a little hot and all that, and I didn't, it didn't look good in the shot. So now we are going to pack these up. Normally, and I couldn't find any, is I used little plastic bags. I think I found one. They're small, like little small plastic bags like this that I usually use, but I only have like one, so that won't work. How many are these? This. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do what I have out. So we're gonna pack these up to take to this event. Okay, so we're gonna use regular paper plates. Why not? Right? We can fit a lot in there. We can make it so it's strong with using foil. So why not? I'm just gonna put this off here.
what I'm going to first do is I'm going to get a lot of it out, a lot of oil out now. I'm going to put it underneath the plate. That way then when I put them on, I can just wrap it upwards like that. Now this event that I'm going to, this is for you guys to know. If you watch the teaser and you watch this whole entire video, this would be interesting to know. As you probably know, I work at Best Buy. Yes, I work at Best Buy. Not going to tell you where I work, but I work at Best Buy. And every once a Sunday, we have a thing called game night. And that is why I'm making these cookies. They like my cookies very much. So if you're well, it's game night, I will make cookies and bring them in. So that is why I made these cookies. So, yeah. So we're just going to put as much on this plate as we can. And then we're going to foil this up. And then do another plate. And then do another plate. And then, so this will be easier to actually get there. Because, you know, you can fit a lot on a plate and then a plastic bag like I usually do it. So that's probably as much as I'm going to fit on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over like so. And then fold this one over like so. Right? And then all I'm going to do is fold this upwards so the cookies don't fall off the plate. And the foil will actually keep them nice and warm until I get to the event. So if they're still, you know, warm inside, then maybe more people will eat them. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Put the plate in the middle. Pop, 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 pop. The big ones at the bottom, I guess. That one there. Okay. Fold that over. Actually, that was a little too much, but that's okay. And we're going to do this on this side here. And we're going to do that on this side. If the cookies move around, it's fine, because there's enough in that plate. And then we'll do another one here. So yeah, so how are you liking the cookie video here that I'm doing? The finishing touches of this video. Because it is the finishing touches. So yeah, four plates of cookies. I think that's enough. And we have a few leftovers back there, which I'll probably just grab a small bag instead of getting a, I'll probably use that one bag that we had down there. Yeah. For those last few cookies back here. Yeah. So, and actually, I might even bring these other ones I kind of like burnt a little bit, the melted ones as well. I'll just put them in this small bag here. That way, if people really like those, they can have those, because I have a feeling there might be some people at the event that might like these. They're a little bit more burnt than anything else. It won't zip now. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna put this in a plastic bag anyway, so but yeah, so those are the cookies. Pretty much all done. So I'm gonna grab this, clean out this a little bit here. So yeah. So now all I gotta do with these cookies now is put them in a bag. And it's perfect timing because I have to leave in about an hour. So yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video of me making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So until my next video of my Minecraft or anything else, you know what time it is. It's time to end this video. I hope you enjoy it, and we might do more cooking videos in the future. So until my next episode, I'm going to say what I normally say at my end of my videos, and that is bye bye for now.